Hello and welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Let's get back to the basic with the A through Z Christmas Challenge, hosted by Rach and Bella Crafts and Journals and Times. I have been given the letter Q to work with. Before I get started, I would like to let you know that all the information, where to get the digital kit, who has inspired me, and all the websites will be linked in my description. This is my first collaboration, and I'm hoping that I will be able to inspire you with what I make. So let's get started. Hey, I've been given the letter Q. It is the number 17 of the letters. I'm making this into a pocket. So that this I will be cutting out. And then also, what I did with this, though, when I printed it, I also wanted a nice background. And this will have the backing, okay? And then I also made a copy of this in the same cardstock color. And this side, I am going to cut this. And then I'm going to go off camera so I could do the rest of them. Okay, and I'm just going to go in here and score this. I cut my pieces off. Now what I got to do is I got to distress all of this. So I'll just do this one so you can see that I'm going to distress only this part right here. There is a way to distress your cards. See, I'm going like this so I could get the edge of the card, okay, of this image right here. I'm going through the edge, and this is what you do, because you want to make sure that this does not show any of the color of the paper, okay. And once, I'm just going to show you this part right here. Once you have that part, and then you come back, and then you kind of angle, and then you do this. And if you notice, it's bringing the vintage ink, and this is called the vintage photo, and it's bringing it in, but at the same time I'm bringing it out. Okay, I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. But I did the hinges. Let me show you the hinge. See, I glued them on here already. So what I did is I folded this in half, okay? And then what I did is I got the card that I'm going to use, and I put it on there. So when I fold it, it has kind of like a spine to it, because now it's folded to where, see, I wanted this edge of the of this image here. I wanted this edge to match right along this line right here. And so that's what I did. I matched it up to the line, and then that gave me my fold back here. And once I did that, I just got the bone folder and I pressed it down real good. And so that's how I did it. And then I went ahead and I glued, let me use this as an example. So this is the other piece. So what I ended up doing, I just glued one side only. So that's what you have here. You only have one of the sides that I glued so far. I haven't glued nothing else, just that part, these two. Okay, so I thought I'd show you. I also put this trim on the edge of the book, because you see, this book is going to be like this, because I'm going to sew this. And I did the same over here. Now this trim that I have here, I used lace and trim. So that's what you have here. Lace. I'm making cards. I've already cut them all in 1 inch. This is lace and this is paper. Now I'm using pattern paper. I used a glue stick, and that's what I'm going to be using. The only thing about this is that it's very sticky right now. Okay, then get another lace. Find the right way. This is the backing. And to tell the difference on the lacing, you have a raise on one side and you have the flat on the other side. And that's how you could tell which way the fabric's supposed to go. It'll be faster if you just cut one long strip of 1 inch and then come back and then start cutting them at 1 inch. You see, so it makes it faster when you do that. So you see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 squares right here. Okay, I also decided to make 2 out of just regular copy paper. Okay, so I just went ahead and cleaned up all the extra strings from the quilt here. And what I'm going to do now is just cut it. I wait for it to dry before you go to the sewing machine. You don't want to ruin your sewing machine with the glue. So make sure your glue is dried. Okay, here I go. I'm going to zigzag. I tested it first to make sure that it was working, and it is. Always make sure your zigzag's working, or any type of stitching that you want to do before you get going. So I tested it and it's working. So here we go. Okay, I got my awl. I'm gonna need this because I need to pull these strings. See, what I did is I got them all lined up according to how they came out from the sewing machine. And now I need to do something with the strings. And what I normally do is I tie them off. Now you don't have to tie them off, but I like to. So there you go. So there's all the tying that I did to this. Now I could trim it off, trim off the excess fabric that I have here. Okay, I'm back. This is my sewing. This is the one with the cardstock. This is how the back came out. So this is that one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the backing to it. So I'm going to glue this on here so it could be some writing. She could write on it, okay? And then here's the one with the tissue, the pattern. So this is how it came out. So again, I'm going to put a backing to it. Here's the one with the another pattern tissue. And again, the backing for it. And here's the one with the fabric. And so I'm going to go ahead and put the backing to this one too. Here's the one with the tissue. And again, a backing to it. And then the last one, the one with the paper. And then I'm going to put the backing to it. Now I'm just going to go get the trim and then show you how I'm trimming it. Okay, I decided to use this trim. And what I do is I start from one end to the other. So this is going to be cut right here. Right here. And then this one's going to be cut the same size because that's on the opposite side of this of this quilt that I'm making. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. So I got the sides here. And then the next side, I'm going to cut it a little bit longer than what they are, which will be from here to here. So I'm going to cut it about right here to be on the safe side. I'm going to cut two of this length for the width. Well, actually, it's the top of the card. Okay, so first I'm going to glue these on here. Okay, this is the cards that I made. These two, and then plus I have the other ones, which I'll show you in a little bit. But these are the ones that I'm working with right now. And so I was inspired by Gina makes it. She does paper on fabric. And I use fabric on this one, but you can't tell anymore because I have the cardstock, but you could tell because it's not so thick, you know, and you could tell the difference. This is paper on fabric and cardstock with the lace trim. And then I was inspired by Johanna Clough, and she does fabric and paper on cardstock. So I use tissue instead of cardstock. So you have, if you notice, you have the lace and the paper, and then you have the tissue underneath there, the pattern that I use, and then the cardstock. And you can also feel how flimsy that feels. And then when you come over here, so those two have inspired me. So that's what I'm using. I'm using the fabric on paper, and then the paper on fabric, the paper patches, paper and fabric on tissue, fabric, and cardstock. And then for the paper, I'm using all paper. I am using tissue, fabric, and cardstock. So I've already punched holes to where I want to tie. Yes, this is where Ruby and Pearl Hugs and Kisses X and 0 inspired me. She does her tags book and she ties them. She makes one flat and then she does the tag and she kind of like overlaps them, mounts them on top of each other, and that's how she makes her book. Now I'm making mine different, but she inspired me with the tying. Okay, what I have done to my cards quilt is I punched a hole to where I want my quilt cards to be placed. Use my pencil and I marked them. And that's what I did to all of them. I just went in here and I marked them. Okay, to these 4. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and punch these. Since I didn't show you on the cards, this one goes right here, and then this one goes over here. Okay, and the only way to make sure that you're in the right place is the trims. Remember, this is the back trim, this is the inside, this is the inside, and this is the front trim. So that's how you can tell how you're placing these cards. Okay, now that I have that, now I decided to use vellum. Now I'm going to trace here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and punch that. Okay, so I have the tie here. So before I could tie these, I have to connect the holes together, the punch holes, with the card, with the vellum, with the card down here, and the card right here, the vellum, the card down here, and let's go ahead and attach these together. When I tie this better, it will hold this from flapping over. So this is going to hold it from this going over. Because when you want to open up the book, you don't want to open it to where you see this. You want to see the pattern of the quilt first. I had to go in here and make an additional hole. So that's what I did. And so now I'm putting it together again. I want to put this here and this together. So this is going like this. Now I could glue these two together first. Let me do that. Yeah, I want to glue that together. Because you see they're separate. I want them together. Okay, so let me just glue these two together. Okay, I'm back. You want to make sure that your flap is out of the way before you get in here to put the eyelet on here for me. And then I'm just going to put this. Okay, and then there it is. There's my eyelet. And all I have to do now is get my charms. Tie a knot. So there's my book. All I have to do is decorate. Well, I made this, but I do not have it on camera. So my little scissors to do this. So I'm going to cut above the line on this one. And then do the same on the other side. So there's one. So when you turn it over, you got this. Okay, I finished decorating. As you notice, I changed my strings to the candy cane color, the red and white, the twine strings, and I left this one alone. As you notice too, I added another punch hole here just to secure my quilt cards that was kind of swinging back and forth, and then the other one was kind of like coming out of here. Also, the vellum was sticking out, so there was a lot of thing wrong with it, even though I thought everything was fine. And then after looking at the video, previous videos, I realized that I needed to fix it. As you notice, nothing is hanging anymore. Nothing's hanging from here, so everything looks fine. I added this, so I decorated this. As you notice, I put the poinsettia for the closure. I use these pins this to outline and define some of the um, prints that are on here. I also use a white gel pen, and I used the Stardust. So let me show you what I did here. With the Q, I outlined the Q with the glitter pen, the gold, and then I added some of the Stardust to give it that shimmer there. I added a crystal bead to the ball pin, and I went around my little card tags and used the gold gel pen. I mean the gold glitter pen to them at the just around it. These are my dangles, and so I put the 17 here for the fact that it was here. Now I moved it there, and the 17 is the number to the Q. As you notice now, I put the baby boy right here in the place where I had the 17. Now the baby boy is there. What else did I do here? I also defined the hollies. I outlined it with the green glitter ink and defined it. And then I put the Stardust around it. I also added some little berries, red berries. And so I did that with the glitter red ink, and all I did was just put a little dot of the stardust, and I put these are ribbons that are going around the the bed frame. So what I did is I just went over it with the stardust. Now to open this up, I did fix this, and so now everything is looks normal there. And so now when you turn this, I have some magnets here so they could close this, so it won't be flapping when I turn this the book cover. I have these two cards that I thought would look really nice to the pocket that I made here from one of these cards, and all I did was put the red ink glitter and put the stardust over it, and I put this lace here and a little bit of the stardust, and then I put a sticker, holly sticker right here. If you can see that, there's the holly sticker. So and then here's the pocket that I made out of this card, and I put the stardust all around it, and then inside of the pocket here I have these quilts that I made, and it has a little image in the back. This is for writing purpose. So are these over here. These are for writing purpose. So I just have them in there. And it looks really nice with the background, if you notice. It has the colors of the background. It has the gold, the red, and that's what I like about this. So that's what I did there. And then let's get back here. So this quilt, all I did was fussy cut this holly that was a part of the kit, and then all I did was define it with red and put the gold in the middle and put the stardust over it. And here's a sticker, a holly sticker. Right here I have another little image. I shrunk my images. So yeah, so this is the first image that I'm showing you, but you'll see that they're all shrunk up. I made them so that it could be part of a decoration to the inside of the when you're journaling or writing in it. And then this one has a little image too. So all of this goes in here. I like to go like that. So these are taken care of. So this is the front cover, and so this is how it looks. So now I close this, and then now I'm going to open this. Now here I have another quilt with the holly there, and then with two images together, the lamp and the present. And then all of this is part of the kit that comes with this Christmas project that I'm doing here. And I use a postcard to make a pocket here, put lace, trim, and I used the stardust over the stocking, and the poinsettia I defined it by putting the red ink glitter and the green ink glitter, and then all I did was and then the gold for the inside of the poinsettia. And then what I did is I just went over it with the stardust only on the red. And then when you get in here, you have this image here. I showed you how to make the slit. And these are tags that I had. And so all I did was shrunk these and made them smaller so that they could fit into this tag. And all I did was put stardust around each one of them. And then I did the same here, put stardust all the way around the frame, the card, and then right here, and then just on the bottom of the slits. Now I did glue another card to the back of this, and what I end up doing is you only glue the edge when you're going to glue the back part to this slit. And when you do that, you'll have the opening to put these in here. Okay, so that's what I did here. And I put a holly there. Now on the back here, you're going to notice that I did some faux stitching. Yes, I thought I'd do some faux stitching. So all I did with the silver, I just went and did zigzag all the way down on the red lines. And then with the stardust, I just went around this big box here, the square, and then the one in the middle. And that's all I did to this card. And look at the difference on what it did. So yes, you could do faux stitching on your quilt. And I left this pattern to what the pattern that I got for the kit. I left it alone so that you could see that you don't have to cut the square edge to make your quilt. You could just use this pattern that's come with the kit and just do your faux stitching on it. And there you have it. So that's what I did. So that's that. And then I have a music card with for writing, and Santa Claus with the elves. And all I did with these two is put gold glitter ink to this, and that's all I did to these two, and all just for writing. And then this one, I teared it up and I distressed it. It says, "Dear Santa Claus, I have a baby brother. Please bring some Christmas presents for him. I think he will like a picture book and a ball. If you bring him a cart, I can give him a ride. Baby stocking is little. Mama says he may have Papa's big stocking. I will put baby's name on it. His name is Fred. Your loving little girl, Grace." So what I decided to do is I really wanted a story to my Thai quilt book. So this is Grace, and this is her little baby brother, Fred. So I thought it really went well. That's why I changed it, because I wanted the baby brother to be right here as that she's looking down at him. And so I thought this fit really nice with my project for this Thai quilt book that I'm making. So that's why I incorporated it in here, because I wanted a little story. So that's my little story to this book. And Grace is a quilter, so she's also in here, and she's helping everyone with another quilt blanket. So she's here making blankets. So I thought that was really great. And so let me put this back. So that's the little story, and that's the reason for the stocking, because this is Papa's stocking, and now it's filled with a lot of toys for little baby Fred. And so this all goes in here like that. So that's the story. Then here's another quilt that I made, and has a little image in the back. Here's vellum. As you notice, I put the fourth one on there, and for more security to this book. You see how it flipped really nice. Here's a holly that I put to the quilt card. Here's the star that I was able to avoid from damaging it when I put this extra hole there. So it worked out really nice. Here's the vellum. Here's another quilt that I made. Here's another little image. Here's the other vellum. And here's the another holly to this quilt. And another little image. And here's another quilt with another little image there. And here's Santa Claus. I'm still debating whether I want to put a mailbox or just leave it the way it is. So most likely it's going to stay the way it is. I made a slit. I already showed you how to do that. So that's what I did here. I put the star dust all the way around it and on here. I left Santa Claus the way he is. A holly goes here. I have 2 posts here. I love these 2 postcards. They really go nice together. So that's why they're here together. And on the back, you can see I did some more faux stitching. Yes. So if you see here, this is made out of the white gel pen. But yeah, this was done with gel pen. And the reason for that is because we have black in this design. You see this black? It's in here, and so in order for you to see the stitching, you had to go with white. And then I put stardust all the way around it. And so that's one of the quilts. And what I did here, so this goes like this because I want this image to go really nice with the background. And then I have this postcard, and the blue would go really nice with the background, and this would look really nice with this image here. And what I did here is I put some glitter. I don't know if you could see it. Let me see. Can you see? Oh yes, there it is. You can see the stardust on here. But I put it all on the front postcard, and then when you turn it around, some more full stitching. Yes, this one I went a little bit more detailed. As you can see, here's the red glitter ink that I went on the red, and then I also did the little stars or the little poinsettias or the little flower, whatever you want to call it. So I also defined the stars, and then I used silver to go. These are stitches to go around the silver, to go around the I think this is a lighter blue color, or it's a silver color. I'm not too sure what it is. So all I did was use the silver to go over it with a zigzag. So that's how I define that. Then I used blue for the blue, and then I did the same thing on the inside. I used red. If you can see the bows, there's the bows on the outside, and then the inside I also did red. And then I did the little tree, Christmas tree. That's what I'm calling it. But you can see the little triangle. So that's what I did here. So that's what I did to this. So I'm going to put this here. And then when you turn it over, you have this quilt. And then on the back, excuse me, you have the fussy cut that I put there. And all I did was put stardust on it to give it that shimmer look, and look at how pretty it came out. I did the stardust around this, and I made this into small prints, so I put them right here. Here's the sticker, the holly sticker. And so that is it. That is how I decorated this book, my quilt book with the story. I hope I was able to inspire you. I would like to thank Rachel for the inspiration on using glitter. I never used glitter before. She really emphasized to add glitter to our project, and look at how beautiful it came out. So thank you, Rachel, for that inspiration. I hope I was able to inspire you and also to be able to give you some tips. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, and thank you for staying with me through the end of this project. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.